Coming up on Mountain News at 6, the Lieutenant Governor makes an appearance in eastern Kentucky. We'll tell you why. And bridging the workforce gap. Organizers work to get those out of jail back into the workplace at an event in Corbin.
Plus, a mid-May cool down is looming. Your forecast coming up as Mountain News at 6 starts right now.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
The Sunshine Volunteer Fire Department began using its new facility in Harlan County in October, but the official ribbon cutting ceremony was held today, and the Lieutenant Governor was on hand for it. WYMT's Madison Carmouche was there.
How fitting to have the grand opening of the Sunshine Fire Department Station 1 under bright, beautiful sunshine itself. So thank you, God, for giving us a beautiful day.
Judge Executive Dan Mosley says this project is more than 16 years in the making, but on Thursday it came to fruition.
Today does make it feel complete. The actual official of it is here, and we're ready to proceed from now on.
The new facility cost more than $2 million, but the path to funding the project was not easy.
We wrote several grants and got turned down multiple times, and and that's hard when you get denied when you put a lot of work into an application, and we never could get it across the finish line.
But now the project is beyond the finish line, with government officials helping to cut the ribbon.
Just goes to show that nothing worth having, it comes overnight, and nothing worth having happens in a vacuum. It took so many people putting politics aside and doing what's right, and when you do that, you get great things like this.
Ashley and Stephen hope the visibility of the new facility will inspire the next generation.
To us, it's family. We enjoy the work that we do. It's an honor to do it, to protect our community, and we feel that with this facility, we'll be able to add more membership to it to help.
While continuing a labor of love. In Harlan County, Madison Carmouche, WYMT Mountain News.
The chief and assistant chief gave out special thank yous to Harlan Countyans. They say helped them through the years-long process, including Harlan County Judge Executive Dan Mosley. A Somerset man is behind bars after he was served with an indictment warrant by the Pulaski County Grand Jury for sodomy. Charles Eldon Richardson was arrested at his home without incident. Police say this stems from something that happened in 1997 in Pulaski County. The investigation started when the alleged victim, who is now an adult, claimed that when they were 10 years old, Richardson sexually assaulted them. 18 people have been arrested in a drug roundup in Buchanan County, Virginia. There were 38 people targeted in that drug bust. Officials with the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office say a total of 82 indictments of the original 137 returned by the grand jury were served. Some of the charges include distribution of a scheduled controlled substance and common nuisance. 3 people were arrested after a drug bust in Harlan County. The incident happened earlier this week at a home in Kaywood when police were executing a search warrant. After arresting Marco Hopkins, they found marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and money, among other things, on him. Tia Skidmore was arrested after police found her hiding in a building on the property, and Ashley Lewis was arrested on a Harlan Circuit Court indictment. A Jackson County teacher is under investigation. Not a lot is known right now, but Jackson County Middle School's principal shared a brief message on Facebook. It says the school suspended the teacher Tuesday because of allegations. It does not name the teacher or say what the claims are. We do not know if law enforcement is involved. In West Virginia, 3 people are wanted in connection to an attempted armed robbery of a restaurant employee in Huntington. The Canova Chief of Police in Wayne County says Hayden Payne, Samuel Ritchie, and Breland Zanerian were also caught on security video breaking into a Wayne County gun store earlier this week. A Cabell County Sheriff's Office deputy says they believe the suspects may be connected to a shots fired incident at a smoke shop in Huntington Monday. A woman is charged with assaulting a police officer in Clay County. Police arrested Angela Lovins on Thursday. Lovins was charged with resisting arrest, public intoxication, assaulting a police officer, and littering. Lovins was taken to the Clay County Detention Center. Also in Clay County, a home was destroyed by fire. Officials with the Manchester Fire Department were notified about this around 11:30 last night. Officials tell us it happened on State Highway 1524 in the Goose Rock and Brightside communities. There were no injuries reported. It's not known what caused the fire. This comes just after a fire burned a building on the other side of the county, a church, yesterday morning.
After some wet and stormy weather on Wednesday, we are tracking some nice conditions to go into this evening. A live look from the London Corbin Airport, tracking some sunshine, also some mild weather on this Thursday evening, up to 76 degrees over at the airport, 78 in Manchester, also in Harlan, up to 75 in Pikeville, also over in Southwest Virginia for Clintwood at this hour. Also tracking some breezy winds. We have winds gusting to 18 for Middlesboro, gusting to 26 in London, up to 28 miles per hour over in Pulaski County for Somerset at this hour. So we do stay mainly dry, also breezy and warm to go into this evening. Up on first alert pinpoint Doppler, most of us getting a nice needed break from that rain after some widespread showers yesterday. We could still see maybe a few sprinkles or a light shower thanks to this upper level low, also a cold front. And once that cold front passes, some cooler air is on the way by Friday, also to kick off this weekend. Those lows to wake up by Friday in the middle 50s, maybe some upper 50s as well. We stay partly cloudy to mainly clear to wake up in the morning, and we stay well below average tomorrow. More details on your Friday forecast, plus your Mother's Day forecast coming up in just a little bit. Steve?
Cameron, thanks. Governor Andy Beshear gave his Team Kentucky update today. Some of the highlights included a weather update. The governor says 7 counties received more than 3 inches of rain, but none of those were reported in eastern Kentucky. There were at least 4 counties that reported some damage from the recent storms, including one in our area, Powell County. The governor said about the latest round of storms, quote, the worst is past us, and we are really grateful for no reports of injuries or fatalities. We've made it through a lot of tough weather here in the Commonwealth, and that's why it's so important to remain weather aware. I would always rather be careful when we have concerning weather forecasts, and I want to thank Kentuckians for looking out for each other this week. Dozens of employers gathered in the Corbin Center to discuss ways to bridge the workforce gap for people leaving jail. WYMT's RJ Johnson shares how they are working to help people across the region.
Bridging the gap between jail and labor, officials are working to better serve people re-entering the workforce.
This is a growing trend. This is a growing population, and there's a lot of resources out and about. I mean, the Commonwealth is, very, very blessed to have so many great organizations, so many great programs to do this.
Eric Pointer is the director of the Targeted Services branch of the Kentucky Education and Labor Cabinet. He says they are working to set those getting back into the workforce up for success.
We can serve them together, and we can usher and escort and navigate individuals from where they're at to a level of success.
Which may be anything from employment or education.
Breaking the old cycles of offend, go to jail, or be involved with the judicial system, and establishing new cycles of, hey, get up, go to work, go see your kids, do the American dream.
Seeing success in other regions of the Commonwealth, Pointer says they can make a lot of change in the mountains.
Housing individuals in our detention centers is expensive, and it's expensive on the taxpayers. If we start changing that narrative and changing that conversation and changing those trajectories, we are going to change that impact.
To maximize local and state resources by helping change what comes with leaving the jail cell. In Corbin, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Pointer says by helping the people using their services, it can make communities across the region safer. We are less than 2 weeks away now from the primary election in Kentucky, but you can go out and vote beginning very soon. The early voting period runs from Thursday, May 16th through Saturday, May 18th. For more about where you can vote and what time, you can go to govoteky.com. The first window of in-person excused absentee voting runs through tomorrow. The second window is from Monday, May 13th through Wednesday, May 15th.
We are tracking some more mild weather this evening, but a cool down is on the way. Your forecast coming up. Plus,
the Kentucky State Police Post in Pike County is preparing for its summer car show, which benefits one of its beloved outreach programs.